5 seconds to go. Start. Sir, just to begin with the discussion on the demands for grants for the Ministry of Commerce, I will congratulate the Minister of Commerce because at least we have got this year a thicker report pertaining to the performance of the ministry than the report presented last year. It has in fact become a bulky report this year because of certain extra activities, increased activities in certain spheres of the ministry. The Ministry of Commerce mainly deals with the foreign trade and also certain industries which are export oriented, producing commodities for marketing in the outside countries. We think that the earning is a subsidiary rather than complementary to the total economy of the nation, and it should supplement certain aspects of the economic growth and development of the country. We have certain governmental obligation and responsibilities of maintaining relations with other countries, and for that we require foreign exchange. For the development of big industries and overall industrial growth inside our country, we require certain machinery and equipment to be imported, and for that also we require foreign exchange. Our country was under colonial rule for about 200 years. Certain industries have been developed in our country, and the commodities manufactured by these industries have got to be exported. We have certain obligations in this regard. That is true, but what we see at the present moment is as if the entire economy of our country rests on the possibility of increase in export or the development of export trade in our country. Just now we were discussing the demands for grants of the Ministry of Energy. There also we have found that essential commodity like coal we cannot supply to the rural villages in our country where the fuel scarcity is immense, and there are certain other spheres also like agriculture. Also in urban areas, in the industrial field, coal is essential for development of the economy. In the domestic sphere, we cannot use coal because we have not got the infrastructure of developing industries in our own country, and also we cannot supply the essential fuel and other necessities to the rural people, millions of our people. We have not got that market possibility. We have not developed such market possibilities in our country. Our economy is such that we have to depend upon foreign aid or some export earnings and by exporting our own essential commodities. This is the position of the economy of our own country, and our export policy has become such that we have to find out a market every day, and also a market for every item of commodity which we are going to produce in our country. Unless we get such market every day and every moment, our economy is going to suffer in many respects. In the Economic Survey of 2012, which has been presented recently, concern has been expressed over the larger deficit in the trade account. It is true that this year the deficit in the trade account has become the largest of all the years since our independence. It has been shown that because of the imports of certain commodities like food, fertilizer, and oil, and also because of the inflationary prices prevailing in the world market for these commodities, the import prices have gone up so high that the export earnings have failed to keep pace with the high prices for imports. That is, in a sense, well, as those shown in the Economic Survey of India, you will find that in the last year we imported food not in a larger quantity than of the previous year. Crude oil too was also not imported in a larger quantity than that of the previous year. Actually, if we calculate the actual quantum of imports, it has gone down since the previous year, but the prices have gone up. The money value of imports has gone up, but the quantum of imports has gone down, and in order to keep pace with that, we are going in for export of each and every item. It has already been stated in the report that the developed countries are going to import less and less from our country. Our exports to North America, and in particular to the USA, East European countries, as well as Eurozone countries, are going down and down, and for that reason we are going to explore new markets in African countries. I apprehend in this way we cannot build a strong market and cannot have a concrete base for our export market if we just for this year take up certain commodities to put into the demands of the new markets, and after 2 or 3 years they will stop importing those articles. We shall have to roam about and find out other market. If our policy goes on like this, then we will not be able to have a stable export market. Stop.